To Premier Sports Talk, we are live in the studio, bringing you the sports talk show for the people. Let's dive in.
For this. Already played. I walk like I've been named. Every bruise turned to proof. Every scar got framed. They threw brick after brick, tried to bury my name. Character hit pieces, still I rose through the flame. Rob Wood was rightfully mine. Still I stood in line. I was pressed, not broken. I was built for this climb. Arrows fly, I don't bend. I shake off what they send. What the world tried to lock, God already marked the end. His purpose, my would make me fold. Thought the cold would crack my fire. Thought the pressure made me old. But every test got answered, every lie got exposed. I've been through the valley, now the breakthrough shows. My enemies keep watching while I keep on moving. What they called a setback was the door I was choosing. Arrows fly, I don't bend, I shake off what they send. What the world tried to lock, God already marked the end.
What up, what up, what up? I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk, and I'm giving you a OTA Week 2 recap. You see, earlier today, I did a live collaboration with Reese Will up there in Ohio. So we got the extended version. Earlier today was about 2.5 hours, and there were some clips that came out after the fact. And I decided to get in here where I fit in and drop this. And then as you see there in the thumbnail, it says, what is the future? And that's the $1 million question, y'all. What is the $1 million the $1 million question is, what is the future for the Cleveland Browns? What is the future for Todd Monken? What is the future for Shedeur Sanders and the rest of those players up there in Cleveland, up there in Berea, where they work out at? You see, there's so many unknown questions. We got one more OTA session next week. And then right following after that, the following week, we got mandatory training camp. And the $1 million question is Myles Garrett going to show up? There's all kind of rumors if Myles Garrett is going to show up. And I guess we'll see the 9th through the 11th, that $1 million question will get answered. But today, like I said, I'm giving you a condensed recap, showing some clips that wasn't shown earlier during the live collaboration show with me and Reese Will. The ask is, whenever you get in, if you could just hit that like button, drop your comments whenever you watch this particular segment, and help push this out in the live feed. And that question, what is the future? I'm going to tell you what is the future. One of the futures is on that defensive side of the ball, and I'm not talking about Myles Garrett. I'm specifically talking about these two brothers right here. You know, that number 49, Carson Schlesinger, nobody knew who he was. You know, it came out of the University of USC, UCLA, one of those two, ended up becoming the defensive rookie player of the year, balled out. you know, got that blonde hair. I know all the ladies love it. And then that number 5, that's Quincy Williams, y'all. And his nickname is the Joker. That's right. His nickname is the Joker. I thought he has green streaks in his hair. Why does he have green streaks in his hair? Not because he played for the New York Jets, but he got the green streaks in his hair because of his nickname, the Joker. And then even when you hear him on the live video clips, he even laughs like the Joker. He has the personality of the Joker. And I find it very humorous. So, yeah, what's entailed for the Cleveland Browns is these 2 linebackers right here, the Joker and Carson Schwarzenegger. It's funny how the Joker, Quincy Williams, just got traded over from the Jets, and he already got a nickname. And maybe y'all can help me. I don't recall if Carson Schwarzenegger got a nickname that stuck to him with the Browns last year. And then the other question is, I think this is going to be a 1-2 punch this NFL season, a 1-2 punch. I think it's going to be a 1-2 punch. Is that right here? You want to call them Batman and Robin? You want to call them the dynamic duo? Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston. Boy, there was a video we showed earlier today on the live collaboration where Denzel Boston once again tore up Tyson Campbell. Woo! Tore him up. And to see that particular clip, you got to tap into my earlier live feed today with me and Reese Will collaboration. We got the extended version. There was a lot, man, it was all kind of fire clips. It was so much energy. They ramped it up again. And just so you know, I'm gonna tell you, on this particular condensed version, the recap is today on this OTA second week for the live media today. Deshaun Watson was getting reps with the second team, and Shador got reps with the number 1 team. There was some deep balls thrown by Watson. There was some deep balls thrown by Shador. Overall, it was a good day. Dylan Gabriel got very few reps. That's another $1 million question. What does the future hold for Dylan Gabriel? I think he got a total of 4 reps overall today. So it's not looking good for DG. It's crazy how, what a difference in the day makes. Last year, Watson wasn't getting no reps, throwing on the opposite field, throwing to equipment boys. And Dylan Gabriel got 95% of the first team reps. Shador didn't get no first team reps with the first and second team until he got thrown in a game. The offensive line said after the interview when they played against the Baltimore Ravens that they didn't even know Shador Sanders' cadence. That is total injustice by the previous coach. I won't even mention his name, to not even have a backup quarterback get any reps with the first and second team, and they didn't hear his voice until he actually got thrown in a game where Dylan Gabriel had a concussion, and then they had to figure out everything on the fly. Just unbelievable, y'all. Definitely deserve to be thrown in a federal jail with the key thrown away. But yeah, we got the Joker and Carson Schwarzenegger, the linebackers on the defensive side of the ball, and we got the dynamic duo. Boston and Concepcion is definitely the future. Definitely the future of the Cleveland Browns. So I'm going to let you hear from Jeudy. He spoke afterwards about his play for this upcoming year, and he's saying all the right things. Why is he saying all the right things? Because these 2 dogs right here, yes, they are dogs. The new breed, the new blood, the new culture. Jerry Jeudy got to ball his butt off, or he may lose his wide receiver 1 slot, y'all. He may lose it. So, of course, Jerry Jeudy's going to say all positive things, but I'm going to let you listen to him.
Focus on what I'm capable of doing and, consistently grinding and working to be the best version of myself, and just do whatever I need to do to help the team win. So if that's to be the bell cow, then I'm the bell cow. Whatever that means, I'm just here to help them win and be the best version of myself.
Now you hear what he said? Whatever he's going to be the best version of himself. Whatever he got to do to help the team do to win, that's what he's going to do. Well, I got a suggestion for you, Jeudy. Come back to the ball when it's thrown to you. We saw on the extended version of all the clips that we was on 2.5 hours ago. Me and Reese Will did a collaboration. We saw where when Deshaun Watson threw you the ball today, you came back to it and caught it. But yesterday when Shedeur threw you the ball, you stood there and you didn't come back to it. So if you're going to be the best you can be and whatever it takes for the team to win, how about having the same energy for both your quarterbacks? What do y'all think in the chat? Let me know. Let me know. I need y'all to let me know.
Mary, stay in the mix. Always slick, always on some twist.
The infamous ESPN Cleveland quarterback tracker. And like I said, Shedeur's reps today in front of the media, he was 8 out of 14. He threw a TD and then a wide receiver. I forget which wide receiver it was. The ball bounced out of his hand and was picked. Matter of fact, all the quarterbacks had a pick today. But what I will say is that it was not the quarterback's fault. It wasn't Shedeur's fault, wasn't Watson's fault, wasn't Gabriel's fault. And then you're probably going to say, hey, a quarterback is the quarterback and a pick is a pick. Well, if your wide receiver has the ball bounce off their hands and don't catch it, yeah, the pick falls on the quarterback, but who caused the interception? The receiver by not catching the ball. So let me hash over this recap real quick. Shedeur Sanders went 8 for 14, 1 TD, 1 interception. Watson went 11 for 17, had 6 TDs and 1 interception. But those Watson's TDs was primarily on the 7-on-7 drills. And this is Tony Grossi doing this. There's a lot of this I don't be trusting because Grossi be switching the numbers up. But Watson did throw some TDs today. Like I said, we don't tear down one man to build another man up. But I will say that Watson's TDs was 7-on-7. And know this, 7-on-7 a lot of times had the assistant coaches in the drills there to help out in between the reps. And then you see how Dylan Gabriel only had 3 reps. And then he had an interception also, but the receiver, again, ball hit him dead square in his hand. Dead square in his hand. Bounced off his hands. And it caused another interception. So I'm going to show this pick right here by Deshaun Watson. At least Tony Grossi was true in showing the clip. Well, matter of fact, this is camera justice to show this clip. They didn't show it earlier. Jeudy went up for the ball from Deshaun Watson, and it was intercepted. Like I said, this is the condensed recap. I went 2.5 hours on a collab today, showing you condensed version, some clips we didn't show earlier. That ball was high. You see how high Jeudy had to get up there? Matter of fact, every OTA so far, Deshaun Watson has thrown an interception, but this is just practice, though. Practice is practice. Balls throw high up in the air. That one was shown by Deshaun Watson. And if you do watch this live feed, the ask is that you do hit that like button, drop your comments in. I do reply to all comments whenever I tap back into it. I'm going to have Shedeur's TD. This wasn't on the earlier feed that we had today. Oh, you know what? This ain't the touchdown throw. This is the slant across the barn. There's a clip on X from Cameron Justice for Shador threw a beautiful deep ball, and I'm glad they showed the clip of it because we wasn't getting any clips of Shador throwing a deep ball, but there was one today. Tony Grossi was asked on ESPN Cleveland not too long ago about Shador, and I'm gonna play it back at least twice because I want y'all to know. Listen how what Tony Grossi says.
Yeah, I am. Not to be too technical, but I think he's delivering the ball a little quicker, a little more accurate, and hanging in the pocket, a little longer. I think those are some teaching points that they're trying to get through to him, and he's responding to that. You can't judge everything on what we're seeing yet, but he definitely looks better than last year. He was the tail and green of a year ago, getting very few reps, and that clearly has changed.
So that was on ESPN Cleveland. That's Emmett Golden up there on the next level. Do you believe what Tony Grossi said? We can't judge everything by what we see, but they're saying that because that's Tony Grossi because Shador balled out today. He looked good today in all aspects of his game. You see improvement. You see quick decision making. They don't want to say that Shador reps today was all with the ones, so they can't come back and say, "Oh, Watson's in the lead," because they had to witness Watson get all his reps today with group number 2, the second team, and all the reps today for Shador was with the first team. This is something Shador didn't have an opportunity to do the previous year, But I want y'all to listen to Grossi one more time. You can't make hype. Just listen to him again. Couldn't say anything negative about Shador.
Shador, are you seeing improvement in his game?
Yeah, I am. Not to be too technical, but I think he's delivering the ball a little quicker, a little more accurate.
Not to be too technical. I wanted to stop and pause it right there. Not to be too technical. If he was getting the balls batted down, if he was throwing interception, if he was not coming out the huddle quick, if he was not running the plays correctly, there would be a negative narrative. Let me continue this.
And hanging in the pocket, a little longer. I think those are some teaching points that they're trying to get through to him, and he's responding to that. You can't judge everything on what we're seeing yet, but he definitely looks better than last year. He was the tail and green of a year ago, getting very few reps, and that clearly has changed.
Well, Tony Grossi, unlike you, everything that I watched for 2.5 hours earlier today on my live with Reese Will, looking at what I see. Grossi didn't want to say that stuff that Shador's looking good. Didn't want, we heard the words come out of his mouth, don't want to be too technical. Didn't want to say that Shador's all his reps with the number 1 team. Like I said, I got a live collab with Reese Will. Tap into it. It was earlier today. This is the condensed version, some of the clips that we didn't see. I know we didn't show this earlier today. We got Deshaun Watson throwing a medical ball, a hospital ball like Dylan Gabriel used to do. And that was a beautiful, beautiful catch by Casey Concepcion. He did not drop no balls today at all. Today, none. That was a beautiful, beautiful catch and deserves to be played over again. Look how high he had to go up and get this ball from Deshaun Watson. That was one hell of a catch. I love Watson's shoulders holding up from that fractured shoulder. He had a year to heal from it. He's throwing the ball, but I have no idea why he threw it up so high. Y'all can let me know in the chat. But yeah, I wanted to give you a condensed version. Some of the clips that we didn't show earlier. TD. No, I already showed that particular. Pass. Show that clip one more time. Shedeur, Tyler Watson, that came over from the Baltimore Ravens. Then we're going to listen to the offensive coordinator speaking on the progress of Shedeur Sanders.
When I wasn't here last year, I only speak to what I've seen over the last couple weeks, and his progress has been impressive. Just his ability to move through progressions, his feet are getting more urgent, and he's ready to throw when he needs to more consistently. We can continue to grow there, but his progress has been impressive.
So there you have it, y'all. That's the offensive coordinator there. His progress has been impressive. We heard Todd Monken say Shedeur's progress has been impressive. At least, where Shedeur didn't get a real opportunity last year, we see that he's getting developed. He's getting the reps with the 1 and 2 teams. Todd Monken is holding true to his word. He's splitting up all the players, getting 1s, getting 2s, whether it's the 3rd or 4th string, they're all getting reps. Primarily the number 1 draft pick. I haven't seen him get too many reps with the number 1 team. He's been practicing with the number 2 team. They're going to make him earn it. That's what Todd Monken said. So, today's overall OTA practice was fire, y'all. It was fire. I wanted to give y'all a condensed version. I came in, dropped in where I could fit in, because I know these big-time content creators are going to be dropping in here, starting their live stream. So, but the ask is, if you can bless the channel, bless me, Premier Sports Talk, hit that like button. If it's your first time watching, whenever you want, hey, become a part of the Premier Sports Talk family. We got over 4,000 subscribers. If you like what I showed you today, if you tap in and watch the earlier live feed earlier today, it was live with me and Reese Will on the live collaboration. We'll be on next week doing another live collaboration. Also, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and thank you for your support. Hey, and there's something called Hype. I just got my YouTube partnership. If you're watching on your mobile device, hype this feed out. So it just hit that hype button, it's free. Hit that like button, it's free. Share the channel with somebody, it's free. So it'll get pushed out in the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you, and have a blessed day. Let y'all hear this song. Why marry K-Cat? Always tripping. Y'all tell me, why is she tripping?
Mary, stay in the mix. Always slick, always on some twist. Throwing shade from the other side. Smile in the face, then you switch your vibe. Can't keep it real, can't speak like all that talk just cuts like a knife.
Her narrative's cut like a knife.
Don't duck, don't hide.
Why don't you just pick a side? Quit
With your chest this time, I see through that little act you out. Too much poison.
Speak life, not negativity. Spitting that poison in the air. Mary, gross. Why y'all always tripping?
Always throwing shade. Always slipping.
Thank you again. See you on the next one.
Mary, why you tripping?
Mary, why you tripping?
Why you tripping?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Atlanta. Go, man, go. All right. Feeling good. Thank you all.
Why you tripping?